If you're learning to listen to your body, you might be feeling and craving a little bit of movement, and I am offering you, in response to that craving, a little movement snack. So come and join me. We're going to start standing with our feet just underneath our hips. Your thumbs will face back and you'll let your spine extend. So you're looking up towards the ceiling, arms are going to come back and up. And then you'll round through your spine, let your head drop forward, start to roll down. Bend your knees as you need to. Maybe clasp your elbows. You can sway side to side there. I want you to just notice if you have any tension in your neck, your jaw, or your shoulders. Try to let it go. You can gently nod your chin, yes and no here. Let's take one more deep breath in. You can sigh it out. And then we're going to walk forward into a plank. Hands underneath your shoulders. From here, actively push down through your hands. Modification, you can always come down onto your knees or down onto your forearms. And then we'll do a plank to pike. So you're going to pike your hips back and up. And then come back forward into your plank. Now, if you're in that modified half kneeling, you can push back into a child's pose and then come back forward into a plank. Try not to collapse into your shoulders. So as you push your hips up, push down through your hands. Think of your armpits opening here. And then inhale, come back forward. And exhale, hips are going to go back and up. Now we're going to start to go into a little articulation. So you'll lift your heels, round your spine, and articulate forward. Come into your plank. Let's inhale now, send your hips back and up. And exhale, undulate through the spine, coming back forward. And one more like that. And exhale, rolling back forward. Nice. Drop down onto your knees, rest back into a child's pose. Let's shift our hips over to the right, bring our hands over to the left. We'll go to the other side. And exhale. Nice. All right. Coming up, meet me on your back. If you're doing this in a really small space, like an office or something, or a small little hotel room, you can always keep your arms down in a low V if you just literally don't have space to the sides of you, or goalpost arms. If you can, bring your arms out to the side, palms down, legs up into tabletop. Now, if you have any low back issues, just bring your feet down and let your knees sway to the side like that. All right, we're gonna keep the opposite shoulder heavy as the knees go over to our right. So left shoulder stays down. Exhale, pull your belly button to your spine, come back through the center. Inhale, knees up and over to the other side. Keep your right shoulder down. Exhale, belly button to spine, come back through the center. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, come back through the center. So keep going. I want you to imagine, I like books, so I'm gonna think of a book. You can have whatever you want there, a plate of something, but it's gonna stay on top of both knees. So it's like the knees are flush with one another. Now this book, the analogy breaks down because the book would slide off, but we want to try to keep the knees flush. So you're like, what the heck is she saying? But hopefully that made sense. The knees are gonna go up and over to the side. As they go to the right, my left knee reaches across. So my knees aren't staggered, they're really stacked. One more to the left. We'll take a modified happy baby, grab behind your knees, feet up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and roll out your ankles, rock side to side. We'll go into some bridging from here, feet down, arms down, deep breath in. Exhale, push your low back into the mat, roll up into a bridge. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower down, vertebra by vertebra. Such a beautiful opener for the hips and the quads. Exhale, scoop through your belly. Roll up. Deep breath in at the top. Exhale, melting down. 2 more. And exhale, rolling up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, rolling back down. Awesome. And then we're going to stay up. So we'll roll up and stay up. You'll reach your right leg straight up. Keep your hips in line with one another. Start to lower that leg down so your knees come in line with one another, and then bring the leg back up. This is called shoulder bridge. You can always take your hands to your pelvis, verify that that right side isn't lowering. You don't want to nod your chin in. You don't really want to turn your head here when the weight is on the shoulders, so just be careful. Let's do 2 more. Dig down into the left heel. Last one. And then bend your knee, bring your foot down. Reach your left leg up. Let's inhale, lower that leg down. Exhale, lift the leg back up. Digging down through your right foot. Last 2. Last one. Bend your knee, bring your foot down. Inhale. Exhale, roll all the way down. You're gonna roll onto your side. Some of my friends have tried this exercise and had a good laugh at themselves, so you can too. We're gonna do banana. You want your hips to stay stacked, and your hair always looks really good after you were lying on your back doing Pilates. You want your hips to stay really stacked for this one, so let your head be heavy. Make sure you're not rotating. You're just moving in the side-to-side plane like you're in a toaster. We're gonna lift the legs up, so that bottom leg is gonna lift. And we'll lower back down. I mean, both legs are lifting, but the bottom leg, that inner thigh is doing the work. Think of a little lift through your waist here, so we're not collapsing down in the waist. Whew. All right, so most people need to keep their hand down. If you want to challenge yourself, you can reach the hand up towards the ceiling. You might start to shake a little bit more. And then you can start to lift the bottom arm, the head, the neck, and the legs, and then lengthen your spine, come back down. Finding that banana, inhale to lift. Exhale, lengthen back down. Last 3. Last 2. And last one. Lengthening all the way down. Good. We're going to turn over to the other side. You can just roll over. I'm going to turn around. And then we'll find ourselves resting here. Legs are stacked, hips are stacked. Just starting by lifting the legs, working that right inner thigh now. Try to keep your pelvis stacked. That is the thing I see the most. If your pelvis rotates, it's not gonna do much either direction, especially if you go forward, then you're gonna be really getting into that QL and your low back, which we don't want. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Let's do 3 more. 2. Last one. Again, maybe try that top arm lifting. I had surgery on this side of my body, so it is much harder. Proprioception. Okay, hand is gonna come down. That right hand is gonna lift. If you can, again, if not, just stay with the legs. last one. All right, we're gonna come up. From here, we're gonna come into a straddle stretch. So bring your legs out. If they're quite a bit narrower, that's fine too. If you can, keep your knees and toes facing up. Try not to let them roll forward. Lengthen your spine, keep your low back long, and then just start to walk your hands forward. So maybe we just bring the hands forward, maybe we come down onto the forearms. And see if you can just think of your whole body widening here. So those heels reaching away from each other, shoulders widening. Even thinking maybe of your ears widening. That can help to release tension. And we'll just take our deep breaths here. If this is getting to be too intense of a stretch, feel free to adjust. But letting yourself take 3 deep breaths. And exhale. Deep into the belly. Let that diaphragm move. One more deep breath. From here, you can sit on up. And then from here, you get to move into the rest of your day, hopefully a little bit more connected to your body. Thanks, everyone. Bye.